Hey, we're live. Uh-oh. Somebody hit the opening.
Yeah.
What's up, Ranger fans? It's your boy Steve Cardenas, aka Rocky the Red Power Ranger, and you are listening to The Power Chamber. Morphin' time.
Alpha 37 online. Welcome, buddies, to the Power Chamber. Teleporting hosts now.
Yeah.
Hey.
Here we are.
Hey, buddies, it's morphin' time. Welcome to the Power Chamber.
It is.
I'm your host, the Krampus Ranger, Rob Buck, joined by the Reckless Ones.
Yes, I am the yearning, yabbering, yieldless Yellow Ranger.
And I am the sometimes green, sometimes white ranger.
You wish you were.
Just for this episode.
Well, that's a good point. Good distinction.
It has been a little while, peoples, but we are back and we are live on the Power Chamber channel and the Hey Buddy channel because this season we're a week away from Christmas, and I thought, what better way to celebrate it than with a god-awful Power Ranger Christmas special.
Yeah, awful. And by the looks of it, it aired during the middle of season 2, which we're about to get into on our rewatch podcast. Correct, Rob?
Yes, season 2 is coming up soon. I've noticed that we've set ourselves on a journey that each season we cover will be the 30th anniversary of that season.
Hey, it works for me.
So
Sounds like perfect time. Perfect accidental
we'll
timing.
be celebrating 30 years of the White Ranger. Yep.
Yes. But not the little kid White Ranger. Only the Japanese
really
had a
does.
little kid.
So be sure to look out for that. And normally the video version of the podcast is on the Hey Buddy Patreon channel, but for the live streams, we wanted to give you guys a little taste, a little sousson, and just have a nice little discussion about magical Christmas.
Yes, I agree. And usually, Rob, your video stream works a lot better if it weren't for everybody in your house using your Wi-Fi.
This is true. Not gonna lie, I might get sucked into the morphing grid just just to make it easier on the Wi-Fi. I might just
Hey, look at that.
I'm still here, guys, but I'm in the ether.
I like it.
It's like a normal live Hey Buddy, except now I have a voice and I can just bother you guys.
That's true. That's true.
Hey, as long as we can hear you better, then just both mine and Steve's faces are everybody's Christmas gifts this year.
That's
Enjoy.
true. And to another gift that I've given to
Merry
everybody
Christmas, guys.
since this Power Rangers episode was so cringy, which you can all find on YouTube, by the way, this Alpha Christmas special. I'm only wearing a bathrobe. And by only, I legitimately mean only. I have no pants on. That's a bonus.
Prove it.
Merry Christmas,
Get us
everybody.
kicked off of 2 YouTubes at the same time.
How much do you want me to prove it? Do you want me to prove it? Oh. Never mind. I don't need to get us kicked off.
It is. I missed this, guys. Ranger Nation. This is 1,000 times more entertaining than Alpha's Magical Christmas.
Or
I
as
even
you
pulled the intro for it.
Or as you specifically dubbed it, Alpha's Magical Kidnapping, and I 100% agree.
That's what we were saying the entire time we were watching this.
Yes.
To the point where I was like,
Yeah,
did
because
we create the stream name?
oh no, because for those of you who haven't seen it, Alpha's Magical Christmas is the story of Alpha 5 being so sad on Christmas that somehow drunk Zordon decides, don't worry, I've made arrangements to kidnap children all over the globe to have a Christmas party with you, Alpha.
And a lot of children too. It's insane. More of them
Yes.
they just keep showing up.
Popping up. We sat there going, oh, there's more
And
kids.
it's
Oh,
nice.
there's more kids. A ton of kidnapped kids.
What I loved
And they
about
just
it was
land.
that they would show.
Well, what I loved about it, since
Yeah.
we're still live, Rob, is that
Well, he's got a lag. It's not his fault.
I know, is that yes, these kids are sitting in their bedrooms, they become a beam of light, show up in the command center, and like first thing to do is like, hey, a robot, let's all have a group hug. Like no one questions it.
Which is crazy because in this universe, you can expect that they know who the Power Rangers are, you know, these superheroes that fight giant monsters and save the world, but nobody's ever seen Alpha 5. So for a
No,
little kid to get
he's-
zapped out of his bedroom and see this disco robot and instantly give him a hug.
Everything must be fine. Let's all have a group hug. All seems well and dandy. Nothing wrong could be going on here.
Insane.
So let's hug this robot and let's start singing us some Christmas tunes.
Oh my God.
Fantastic.
I just and they give they take the time to say where these children are. We see the London Bridge. We see the archway in front of the Eiffel Tower. But whenever they cut to these kids decorating a Christmas tree before going to the command center, it's just the command center.
Yes.
Yes.
That's all it is.
I do also love how they take kids from all over the
Zordon's
world
just
and they're
drunk out of
all
his mind.
singing in English.
They're all singing in English and they were all like in their beds sleeping at the same exact time.
Yes.
If anything, I think this episode of Power Rangers might prove the conspiracy of flat earthers.
Yep. It was the same time, no matter where in the world.
Yeah. And I just so I should probably preface this. This was written and directed by Cheryl Saban. Hyam Saban's wife.
Okay.
So my guess is she caught him cheating, and the only way that he was getting out of it
Revenge.
is she could get a TV credit and start her writing career.
And so
I mean,
Hyam with his head in his hands said, yeah, sure, you can put the Virgin Mary there for 30 seconds on the viewing globe. That's fine.
Well, that's what
Do
I was
whatever
thinking.
you
Like,
want.
I was like,
fine.
Alpha and Zordon believe in Jesus? Aren't they aliens?
yes.
All right.
We come to find out Zordon is actually like Jesus.
Zordon's what happened after Judas hanged himself. Oh man, this was. You know what? The other thing I noticed
I'm so
while
glad my
watching
camera
this,
isn't on right now. I am
Yes.
just
but the thing that got me about this Christmas special is literally 7 minutes long in terms of what happens in it. They spend
Yeah.
so much time just lingering the camera on little kids, like making cookies, decorating Christmas
Decorating.
trees, singing Christmas songs. Like nothing happens. Absolutely nothing happens.
Right.
No, you think you get a little bit of a reprieve with the alarms going off, but then Zordon's
At the
just
very
like,
end.
"Oh no, that's fine. That's just a call.
Yeah, it's a phone call from the Rangers.
It's just
Yes. So if you go into this expecting a ton of Power Rangerness, don't.
Speaking of the Rangerness of it all, I sat there, Josh, and actually watched this next to you, which is something we don't usually get to do. And of course, since we see each other so often, we decided the one thing we will watch together is this Alpha 5 Christmas special. And you pointed out, why the hell was Tommy the Green Ranger and the White Ranger in these flashbacks when they showed it on the viewing globe?
Yeah.
It's insanity.
No, the most insanity is at the end when Tommy shows up.
In his Green Ranger costume.
Right.
Yep.
So
And,
was
like,
it was
I
it
was-
flashes of the future?
Or was it
Now the
flashes
viewing
of-
globe can see the future?
Or did he decide to dress in his old costume for fun?
Oh, now he's doing cosplay for Christmas.
this. I was studying this shit like the Zapruder film, man. Like I couldn't give you a concrete answer why he's the Green Ranger in this, but like I'm looking at the viewing globe and they have the other three
Yeah.
saying Merry Christmas Alpha, wearing the spoilers for season 2, guys, but you know it'll happen. They're
Yes.
wearing the same outfits that they wear when they become Rangers. So this was we should insert that in depending on when we're releasing this video.
The only thing I can think of is that
and then they mentioned
even
that
though Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Rob. What were you saying?
no. So just so you guys know, there's like a 30-second delay between me and the rest of the guys. There's a glaring mention that the other three are at the World Peace Project, not the Peace Conference, the Peace Project.
Yes. Yep. What got to me was I'm wondering if this can't, like, I'm not sure at the airing order. We'll get into that once we talk about season 2 on the Power Chamber podcast and we start doing all the episodes in terms of when they actually aired. But my guess is that at this point, Tommy had probably come back as the White Ranger, as the new leader. But in terms of notoriety and what was huge, everybody still loved the Green Ranger. The Green Ranger was the most popular because he had just become the White Ranger. So that's probably why they had Tommy for the holiday special still in his Green Ranger costume. It's the only thing I can think of is that he must have just become the White Ranger in their actual like syndicated programming. But like in terms of a random special that kids that maybe haven't started the second season yet are going to watch on Christmas, they all know the Green Ranger. Everybody knows the Green Ranger at this point, and that's why they had Tommy wear that. That's the only thing I can think of. Josh, you're muted. You're muted on a live stream.
The only thing I would say against that. Oh
yeah. What's that, Rob?
I was going to say the only thing I would say against that is how much there are several clips of him as the White Ranger.
Several,
Silent
right?
Night. Yeah. Because I mean, the fact that it's just Tommy, Kim, and Billy, those are going to be our holdovers from season 1. Tells me this was filmed possibly right after White Light, just when Jason, Zach, and Trini left the show. So,
well, do they? I can't even remember now. Even though we watched this yesterday, do they mention Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, do they say them by name or do they say thanks, guys? Do they use that blanket, like generic thank you when they talk to them on the screen? Because part of me also wonders if maybe most of this holiday special was filmed before White Light in terms of filming order, which is why he's wearing the green costume and stuff. And then they knew they were going to actually air it during the holiday season, so then they filmed some inserts, and at that point during the show he had become the White Ranger, and the other Rangers had actually taken come to the forefront in terms of Rocky, Adam, and Aisha, and they filmed their stuff separately, which is why you get them on the viewing globe.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, they didn't mention them by name. It was, oh, look,
Right.
Here are the Rangers.
And then you just have a voiceover telling you that,
all-
the other guys are at the world peace, whatever, and look at the new Rangers. Like, you just have Zordon telling you that. I'm wondering if most of this holiday special was filmed before White Light even happened and before the other 3 Rangers left the show.
Well, then why would they?
It is.
They knew the other Rangers were leaving the show.
Well, they left because of money. Maybe they were still holding out the hope that they would stay like that contractually. So who knows?
I think you guys are doing entirely too much thinking.
That's what you do when you like things, Josh.
Into this episode, into this holiday special.
This 7-minute long holiday special that means nothing.
I think there's been too much thinking.
Oh, really?
Speaking of
putting up decorations was not thinking enough. Put special decorations up in the power chamber. You think,
Rob, I want to know how you feel, Rob, about the fact that Alpha magically can create anything he wants by waving his arms, but then also Zordon can zap all these kids to the command center when that's supposed to be a private place, and then when it's time for them to leave, makes them leave out the front door. Isn't the command center on the side of a cliff? How are they supposed to get home?
And don't the Rangers
me and
need
you were in the
a
same
special
way.
device to make it to the command center?
I don't think they leave.
Oh, where do you think they're going to? The depths of the command
powering the
center?
chamber as we speak.
That could be. That's true. We don't see them leave. We just see them walk through a door of white light.
Okay, so there's
to a dungeon that keeps Zordon alive for another 100 years by draining their life out of them.
Every Christmas, Zordon zaps more kids to keep his life force strong.
It's not wholesome at all.
Oh no! I'm gonna hold on to this theory when we get to White Light, because Zordon says the White Ranger is powered by good and innocence.
Oh,
good
boy.
and innocence.
Like
there you go.
Children from Christmas Eve.
He stole
exactly what it is.
He literally has the exact same scheme as Danny DeVito's Penguin in Batman Returns. He's stealing all the children on Christmas.
I mean, God. Alpha has a line where he's like, "What do you do for Christmas, little boy?" And this kid just says, "Oh, I go sledding when it's snowing." And he goes, "Oh, it's mighty cold out there. We should stay inside where it's warm and cozy. In the desert in California."
Yes, the desert of California.
Too cold outside.
Well, that kid doesn't know. He got zapped from wherever he lived into some dungeon with a talking robot. He has no idea they're in California.
True.
We have our I told you guys about this before we went live, and I'll send Josh the clip because I didn't pull it, and we can put it on the TikTok. There's Alpha suggests, "What should we do next?" And this random little girl says, "I know, we should make Christmas cookies." Alpha doesn't say a word. None of the other children respond. He just walks away. And then this little girl just goes, "Yay!"
My guess is their budget was so low. Alpha was supposed to just say that as a rhetorical question, and then it was going to flash to cutscenes, and that little girl talked out of turn, and nobody knew what to do.
Yep.
This was
And
high
keep
up
it in.
Bond's
Keep it in.
news.
And instead of cutting
just-
it, they didn't have enough footage to edit it out because they needed every last bit they had. With how long some of these sequences went of them decorating shit or singing some songs, it was insane. It was just absolutely insanity that this was a 23-minute episode that aired on TV because nothing happens in it.
No, it's just kids singing Christmas carols while doing random crap.
Oh no, this is worse, Steven. You ready for this, guys? You ready for this,
What's
boys and
that?
girls? This was not aired on TV. This was
No?
a straight to video Christmas special.
You
People
had
You had
buy
to rent it
to
or
watch
buy
this
it?
special.
Oh,
Oh
God.
my god.
So much worse.
You had to buy it or rent it.
That is
Oof.
absolute
This
insanity.
isn't even like you joined the fan
Oof.
club and get a video. No, you had to buy it.
That's insane. That's actually insane with how bad this is. After we watched this, we watched the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live action Christmas special, and it is atrocious and still better than this. Just because more things happen in it with the turtles.
With
like at least the
turtles.
turtles are in the entire thing. This is
Right.
the Power Rangers, Alpha's magical kidnapping, or whatever they actually call it.
Yep.
And
Alpha's
You
a
see the-
lonely robot.
and you see the Power Rangers for 30 seconds. And you had to buy it. That's insane.
Oh, God.
It's absolutely
No wonder
insanity.
it's so easy to
Yeah.
access on YouTube now.
And then
Yeah.
another bit that
if
was,
anybody was wondering
yeah,
after our rave review.
it's also
Right.
available if anyone has if anyone's got a copy of the DVD set of Mighty Morphins 1 through 3. It's included in the special features disc.
Oh, yeah, because this is a special
Well, yeah.
feature.
How could
I
you
have
not? Of course it is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the Alien Rangers disc. It includes it. So got to get that
Wow.
out of storage because it also has the live stage show that they did.
I
That's
saw that.
insanity in and of itself.
I went to that.
You went to the live stage show
I did.
when you were a kid?
Yes.
No way.
Yes, I did. It was at Blue Cross Arena.
Which
Isn't
is
it as
crazy because
weird as
I
it
was
seems?
a Power Rangers fan as a kid. You not as much as me, and just like I didn't get to go to that. That's nuts.
Yeah, my friend who
Yeah.
was an only child and did anything he wanted asked me to go. So his mom bought the tickets and then went back to my mom and told her how much the tickets were.
Is this
and then she
friend
was like,
a friend that I went to the wedding of where I danced
Yes.
with your drunk dad for 5 minutes
He-
straight and it was only me and your dad on the dance floor?
yes, same friend. So
Okay.
my mom was not aware of the ticket price when she said yes, because I am not an only child. I had 5 siblings. So then after they purchased it, she found out and was not happy.
I bet. I bet. That's insanity.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send you guys a picture because I don't trust my screen share at the moment. So
Okay.
if you kids at home would like to open up a second tab and type in MMPR live show Rita. This was Rita in the live stage show.
Okay. Oh my. Well, that is entertaining. Let's see if I can show with the text message you sent me, because Rob's computer doesn't work that great. Maybe not. Looks blurry as hell. Why is it blurry? Don't blur that. Show it. Show it. How come it only shows it if my hand is there?
Too blurry. Too blurry. Too blurry.
It's
Stick
the,
my face
it's the
next to it.
cone bra.
I can't get it. There we go. Look at that face.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Oh yeah. Josh remembers it because he was up late at night thinking about it. This was Josh's
Yeah.
first foray into what his doodle could do.
That's all I had. The Rangers never
honest,
took
that's a
their helmets off
sentence
because
I never thought I'd
surprise.
say.
That's a sentence you've said.
Now, ironically, we've fallen down a rabbit hole, kids, but just follow me on this. The Super 7 Ultimate, the second version of Rita that they're releasing is
Yes.
in that purple outfit.
Really?
As
I'm
it
still
should.
waiting on my Lightning Collection Rita to show up. She's pre-ordered, but
It-
the second Super 7 Ultimate Rita is in that purple outfit.
Yeah,
Exactly
the
how it should
Vile
be.
Violet Rita Repulsa.
Okay.
Yes.
We might need to end the stream shoot soon because I am 3 of these Mike's harder lemonades deep, and they're 8% alcohol by volume, and I just realized I'm slurring my words. Which is an advertisement. If you want to get drunk and talk
Yes.
about Power Rangers, Mike's
So-
harder.
It's still easier to comprehend you than this episode.
That's actually true.
Special.
Yes, this is not an episode. This is a special. And a reminder
Let-
to all of our fans that
You
if
are
you go
not
to
slurring.
I'm not slurring
You're
yet,
not
but I am
slurring your
stuttering.
words more than the more Zordon is. So
That's true. That's very true. But everybody should check out our Patreon if you want the video version of season 1. If you don't, if you want free stuff, anywhere you get your podcast, if you go to the Hey Buddy podcast, the first season of the Power Chamber is on there. It is 13 episodes of goodness where we go through all 60 episodes. 60, right, Rob? I think it's 60.
yeah.
Of the first season of Power Rangers, and we're about to go into season 2 of Power Rangers. And I know that Josh cannot wait until season 2 is over because then we can revisit the live action movie they did between season 2 and 3 that he saw in the theaters, and that was the last thing that he ever watched Power Rangers related because he grew into the fine young adult that he, well, actually you were awful until 30. We actually had this conversation recently. So
I was an awful human being.
awful human being.
When did that
But,
movie come out?
Yeah, will
95.
What year?
I'm pretty sure it
95?
was 95. Yeah.
All right, so that was my 11th birthday party.
Yep. So, yes, we will be doing season 2 soon. So, all you out there that love the Power Rangers, wherever you get your podcasts, look for Hey Buddy, and the Power Chamber will be there with our season 2 discussion and kind of watch along. We don't really watch along, but we talk about everything in order. And the video version of that will be on Patreon, plus other goodies on Patreon. So check it out.
That's right.
Yes, and also as a bit of housekeeping, I done goofed earlier, trying to help out the brand and free up some space. I have accidentally removed the No One Fights Alone stream from YouTube, and it's gone. It's gone forever into the morphing grid. But
Which is a shame.
what
That
we
was a
can
good
do,
live
we
stream.
had raised $150 for $150 for To Write Love on Our Arms. And so what we're going to do is that fundraiser is going to be open all year, and we're going to post the link to it in all of our episodes going forward for the year, and we're going to see this time next year exactly how we did. So
I was going to say, by all year, Rob does mean longer than the next 15 days because he means 2024 as well. So
Yes.
yes,
From
yes.
this time next year, we're going to see how we're
Right.
because there's another Christmas special we can look at. Not in
Amazing! I can't.
season 2, I believe, but season 3 definitely has one.
And honestly, at the pace we've been recording, I mean, we should be on season 3 by the time we get to next Christmas.
Yeah.
I don't know
Quite
how much more
possibly.
I have to say about this holiday episode. Do you have anything else to add? My main thing was that they did nothing and they kidnapped and killed those kids, right? That's what the moral of the story was.
Well, it was kidnapping and Christmas carols.
Yes.
That's what it should have been called.
Well, and murder. They all walked through that white light door, but I don't think
There's
they went
murder
home.
is not proven. Faces on milk cartons, yes.
I will
Murder has
say,
not been proven.
There's a delusional child that tells Alpha, "Oh, don't worry, Alpha. The Power Rangers would be here on Christmas Eve if they could." No, they wouldn't, Alpha. They'd be with their families.
Yes.
They'd support
they
each
would.
other. I'm sorry, Alpha. You're an appliance.
Yeah, you're a robot. You're
Alpha,
not
you could be
supposed to have
taken over by a
feelings.
regular CD-ROM. Oh
Yeah,
my
just
God.
put in his I won't be
You know
depressed
what?
on
This
Christmas
entire
CD-ROM and you're good.
It's reported as non. They powered down Alpha for Christmas break, and this is what they're just playing a loop of him getting kids into the command center. That's how
Can
I'm
you
going to
imagine?
rationalize this. This is
I kind of
Alpha on sleep mode.
almost wish that Alpha, like the Rangers didn't show up at all during this holiday special, because then I would have the fantasy of like the Rangers going on Christmas break, being with their families. And when they get back, they see Alpha there in the command center and all these emaciated children that have starved to death that Alpha brought there because he was lonely. And they're like, Alpha, what did you do?
It's just a 5 Nights at Alpha's. It's great.
Hey, I mean, it's a good horror show.
I always
guess.
come back. Aye.
I just can't believe, like, to really wrap it up, I can't believe this was paid for. I can't believe you had to buy this to get this. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
This should have been one of
I
those things
apologize.
free.
I'm
on
so
behalf of-
glad that we didn't have to pay for it though.
It makes sense why I don't have any memory of it, because I was still watching Power
Right.
Rangers during season 2 of Power Rangers. So the fact I have no memory makes perfect sense, because my mom did not buy this thing.
Right.
Yeah, my parents must have hated me because they bought it for me. And I distinctly remember this.
Although you
Good-
are younger than me and
good to listen
Josh,
to-
so they probably bought it for you on a discount, because it wasn't like it was airing live at that point.
Very true.
No, but I did come across a commercial advertising it as one of the biggest hits you could get at Blockbuster at the time.
Well, Power Rangers was
Enjoy Alpha's
humongous.
magical Christmas.
It makes sense that everyone was renting it. I feel bad for anybody that bought it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Thank
is
you for
probably
feeling
one of
bad
those.
for me.
You know,
I
you
appreciate
hear
it.
stories about certain movies or whatever that are so cheap that it's cheaper to buy them back in the day and put like tape over the security lock and just use them as a blank tape than it was to buy blank VHS. I bet this became one of those tapes. It's probably cheaper to buy this Power Rangers Christmas special and record stuff on this than it was to buy a blank VHS at Walmart.
Probably.
Yeah,
I love
can
it,
see
though.
that happening.
I can't wait for us to get into season 2, though. We're going to have a good time.
Yes, absolutely. And going to do a couple of these live streams again throughout it if I get my
course.
Wi-Fi situation straightened out. But yeah, I've got nothing else to add to this. We have gone
wondering
longer
if
than
I
the episode.
remember-
So
Merry
Any
Christmas,
episodes
everybody.
of
This
season
Power Rangers special is not worth your time. Literally, us like having a disembodied voice and two faces you don't care about on a TV screen is more entertaining than the holiday special. Watching
Yeah.
us for the
Who
last
take-
half hour is better
who
than
take
the holiday
longer
special.
who take longer to tell you how bad this is than if you would have just put on the holiday
Watched it.
special.
Right. And it's still worth it's more worth your time than the holiday special is.
one last point I want to make before we go home. This is a Midwest goodbye. So they sing Silent Night and they show all these happy times with the Power Rangers, including one with Tommy, and you got the Red Ranger wearing the dragon shield. That means they're
Yes.
trying to tell you that this is a happy moment as Tommy loses his powers and is told he's not a Power Ranger anymore.
It is a happy moment.
This is supposed to be
It was happy for Jason. It was a happy memory for Jason.
Oh, that's great.
I love it.
But for the yammering, I can't read that. For
It's
Steven,
the yearning, yabbering,
for
yieldless Yellow Ranger. That's what it is. For the second season, I have retired my Pink Ranger status. I am now Yellow Ranger, moving up in the ranks. Not that there's any kind of rank for colors, but I am the yearning, yabbering, yieldless Yellow Ranger going into season 2.
and the sometimes
Yeah.
green, sometimes white Ranger, Josh Reckless.
For today only.
I am the today only Krampus Ranger, aka
Perfect.
the Hey Buddy Red Ranger for season 2. Rob Buck saying that my computer's slow, so the intro or the outro is going to take a second. And
And eventually
we're
we'll be
vamping,
gone.
vamping.
We'll vamp. We'll
It's
vamp,
live,
and then the
folks.
live
Doing it
stream will
live.
end. Don't worry. Eventually, music,
Yeah.
outro. It'll be amazing once you hear it. Once you see it
Right.
on your screen. I hope it cuts one of us off, to be honest. I
See
hope
you
it
all
just
in season 2.
yes. I hope randomly in the middle of me talking, the music
The
plays.
Power Chamber is a proud member of the Hey Buddy Podcast Network. Please visit HeyBuddy.com to find links to all of our social media, as well as our official merchandise store, HeyBuddy.myspreadshop.com. Remember, that's Hey with a YYY. The Power Chamber has no affiliation with Hasbro or Saban Entertainment. All clips belong to their respective owners.